What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a TTMS special, guys. What a crazy week it has been. What a crazy week. Let me set my shit up, play. Let me set my shit up. What's good, homies, man? I know for some of you guys, it's early for you guys. I've done my work shift. I've done my shit. So it's time to talk that shit. Because, today was a special day. Rico. The show has started. Don't worry about it, play. The show has started. Don't worry about the killers and that. Now, guys, listen. Today is a special day. Today, we will find out more information. Hopefully, as throughout the day, we'll find out more information about what? About the ABK deal. We know our boy Phil Spencer, Brad Smith, Bobby Kotick. I know it's not Bobby Kotick's not our boy, but he's gone there to talk that shit. He's come over to my side, over to Europe and that, to talk that shit, to put a case in as well. And we're definitely going to be talking about that. And on top of that, guys, we're definitely going to be talking about this Redfall shit as well. I wanted to do a TTMS over the weekend, but now I got too busy, so we're going to be talking about that as well, guys. And guys, listen, I've got my pony tears. That's the shit. I've got my pony tears ready. Now, let me give a shout out to some of the guys in the chat, man. You guys in the chat. We got One Punch Jedi, Gogo Ball, Imported Fox, Deploy 619, Long Live the Black Mamba, Zinc, The Forgotten One, Paulie Bobber, Why So Serious, Vicious Prize, Gummy Hernandez, Talk That Shit Player, Six Slade, King Darkus, Miss Marvel's in the chat, Crispy Rambo. Who else do we have here? 1 second. Joey Kraken, my WBG brother, Amma Al Kafaji. Windows 17, no, don't worry about the player. This is early, yeah. I had to do it this time. It's the best time for me. Dirt Griggity. I'm at Dirt Griggity's house. Oh, shit. Don't say that, Dirt. Straggly Rock as well. What's good, my G's? Dusty Turtle as well. Maurice Branch. Pong Soul. What is going on, Pong Soul? My homie, Sean A. Harris. What is good, player? TTS from Hyperfan Gaming, aka Dev. Hope you guys are doing well. We got a lot to talk about, and as the day's gonna go on, as the day's gonna progress, we'll know more information. Giggity, what's going on, player? What is going on? The amount of crime is going on when it comes to the ABK. Forget about the Redfall shit. Forget about that shit. The ABK deal, it's been crazy, guys. And today we got some information about a certain platform will be getting Call of Duty for 10 years. And we're definitely going to be talking about it. Jonas Dad, what's going on, my G? Hope you well. Evan Huff, what's going on, player? What's good, my G, man? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the 70 plus people in here as well. I know I just put the stream up about 1.5 hours ago. I go, listen, we got to talk that shit. Ozzy goes, Sean, are you going to do a TTMS? These ponies are wilding. They were wilding over Redfall. They're wilding over Atomic Heart. Now they're wilding over what's going on with the ABK, because what Phil Spencer and the boys are over here talking that shit. Jim Ryan's running like a bitch. Members in the chat, use your emojis as well. I got a special emoji for you guys. So today's keyword is, guys, today's keyword is soft ass bitches. Soft ass bitches. And fuck Jim Ryan. Facts. That's what's going on today, guys. Fuck Jim Ryan and these soft ass bitches. And these soft bitches, who they are? Ponies. And we're gonna get into it, guys. Hit that like button, guys. And let's get into it, guys. Listen, some of you may be waking up. Some of you guys probably not even had breakfast. Some of you guys not even brush your teeth. Or been for a shit. Or if you're in the UK, for a shite. But guys, some information has come out about the ABK deal. Brad Smith, he be talking that shit. Xbox zoom in. Let me pull into the shit, player. Now, Brad Smith, the homie, guys, he's the vice chair and the president for Microsoft and that. He used to be a lawyer. I think he's still a lawyer, but whatever the fuck he is, he's a beast. He's a monster. Now, we heard about the deal. We heard about this deal talking about 10 years. They said that we want to give 10 years to Nintendo, 10 years to Steam, and they offered 10 years after the 5-year thing to PlayStation. Now, they pulled up on that, and a lot of people are crying over this as well. It's funny to see this shit, because a lot of people are crying over this, talking about, Yo, how can they commit? How can they sign something if the deal is not done yet? Now let's talk about this. Brad Smith pulled this up around about, I think it was 4 a.m. for me, or 5 a.m. and it was probably like 8 a.m. for you guys in the States as well. He talked about, he goes, listen, we signed a binding 10-year contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo gamers. This is just part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. Now, if you remember, guys, earlier last year, they said they want Call of Duty to go on more platform. And I'll be real with you guys. One of the biggest competition for Xbox, it is PlayStation. I actually do believe they wanted to pull it off PlayStation, but it is what it is. Whatever the deal, the concession's going to happen is going to happen. Now, 10-year deal, a 10-year contract, bringing Call of Duty. Call of Duty has not been on the Nintendo for the past 10 years. To bring that back to the Nintendo Switch, and it might be through cloud, it might be for the Switch too. Who knows on that? But at least they're committed to it. At least they're coming out and talking about, listen, guys, this is what we're gonna do. Let me get back to my main screen, guys. I can see you guys in the chat. Onyx, what's going on, my G? Chipmunk, what's good? Remy, what is good, player? At least they're committed to it. At least they're talking about, listen, we will honor the 10-year deal. We talked about 10 years. You guys were worried about it. CMA, FTC, European Commission, you guys were worried about it. That, listen, this is going to be a repeat when it came to the ZeniMax deal. But I think a lot of people kind of misunderstood the ZeniMax deal. The ZeniMax deal, we're talking about legacy titles. But Phil was slick with his words. He was slick with his words and I'm glad he did that shit. I'm glad Starfield, High Five Rush, Redfall, and other future games from ZeniMax is going to be exclusive. One Punch, what's going on, my G? What's going on, my G? Now, this year, this 10-year deal, this is showing that, listen, Microsoft, we talked about it. We said we were willing to put 10 years, a 10-year contract on other platforms where Call of Duty does not exist at all. They're going to honor that. That's what they're doing right here. I'm sure as time is going on, maybe throughout the show, throughout this live show, we'll find more and more about this, more information, because there's so many people are going there. If it's from all the Europe countries, they're all Italy, I think Rome, Czech, Sweden, Netherlands, all of the big boys are going there for this meeting, talking about what can they do with this ABK deal over like Europe and that. Ricardo, what's going on, my G? Hope you well. They straight up, he goes, yeah, Ricardo goes, they straight up put a ring on it. Talk that shit, player. Talk that shit. Now, the interesting part is this came in the morning, and I sent some ponies up, so I got some receipts ready. We'll definitely talk about that as well. But it was interesting to see this. When Brad Smith put this out, guess which bitch ass, soft ass, punk ass replied to Brad Smith? Do you want to guess? He runs the Game Awards. No shit. He runs the Game Awards. He just came with a simple message like this. Let me scroll down, guys. Shout out to Baveri that talking that shit. He goes, when everybody plays, we all win. Baveri, talk that shit, player. Now look at this shit here. Look at this shit here. This is a tweet from Brad Smith. Let me scroll down slowly for you guys. Look at this shit. You see this shit? Deploy 619. You know what I'm talking about, player. You seen this shit? You see this shit? 7:06 a.m. 7:06 a.m. This punk ass was awake and that. Replying back to Brad Smith. Talking about price parity too as well. What the fuck are you talking about, Jeff? Why can't you be happy, Jeff? Why can't you just say, yo, that's awesome, that. That's dope to see Call of Duty going to more gamers. Nah, bro. Nah. That does not work for you. Because you're worried. You're worried that this is going to be a deal that's going to go through and it's going to hurt your PlayStation brand. That's what you're worried about, player. You see this shit on the screen? Bro, listen. This guy, how many fucking followers? Wait, hold on. This guy's got 1.4 million followers. Where is he? 1.4 million followers. This guy is supposed to be a professional. This guy runs the Game Awards, Summer Game Fest, whatever the Hollywood Bowl bullshit is, Gamescom, One Night Live, on Open Night Live. This guy, Osama Mabrik, yeah, 100%. This guy is the piece of shit of the week. 100%. This dude, listen, you don't see any other. The pony tears are gonna come out. The pony tears are gonna come out. Ricky Brown, what's going on, my G? Hope you well, player. Hope you well. Call me with the 5. This is concerning. What Xbox games are we talking about? I think this is the same deal they said they offered to PlayStation. As an Xbox fan, he does not like it. Now, Call Weeb, I understand where you're coming from. When he talks about the Xbox games, Brad Smith, I think a lot of people are looking too much into it. And I know you talking about this player. Where's this shit? Let me click this here. I know Carl Weeb is talking about this here. This part here. Let me pull it up here. There we go. Now, Carl Weeb, I understand what you're talking about. Sometimes this is just messaging. Because I understand he said Xbox games to... Sorry. Hold on, sorry. This part here. This is just part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty. Now, Call Weeb, you gotta understand this player. What games has come to the Nintendo Switch right now? A game like Skyrim has come. You might see games from ZeniMax, not the ZeniMax game, the old Fallout games. These type of games, them are Xbox games. Now, if it goes even further than that player, then it's a different story player. I'll admit it then. Then it's a bit of a different story in that. But the thing is, as long as it doesn't go on that dog shit PlayStation 5, I don't give a fuck. You know we don't fuck with Nintendo over here. We look after Nintendo, but we don't fuck with Nintendo over here. As long as them ponies don't get shit. But I actually do believe it's going to be the older games. Look what happened with Skyrim. That shit was $70, but that was the full DLC pack, so you know what I'm talking about here. Dan Lazzaro with the 2. Microsoft has to stop working with Jeff. Now, Dan Lazzaro, you're talking some shit there, player. They need... Sometimes it's just business. Yeah, Carl Weeb is talking about that's a deliberate statement. I reckon my boy Joey Kraken, my WBG brother, talks about this. He goes, you're all overthinking it. Phil has a statement and he didn't say the same thing. Phil has a statement and he doesn't say the same thing. You gotta understand, you can talk about the games, but when it's old games, if it's Skyrim, bro, who cares about them type of games? If it's Fallout going there, the old ones, who cares about them games? At least you're getting new customers, because them games, they have been on the platform, on the PlayStation platform. They've been on the PC platform. But when you get the massive game, Avis, what's going on, my G? 9Live J99, what's good, my G? Hope you well. I understand what you're talking about, guys. But you gotta understand, I remember when you're talking about the ZeniMax deal, some of the wording, some of the legacy titles, all that bullshit. How confusing was that? Now, maybe, Carl Weeb, the homies in the chat, maybe they might have to make some concessions. They might have to do something, bro, to make this deal get done. And if it has to be, it is what it is, because this is a massive, massive deal. Do I like it? No. But to get this deal done, you gotta sacrifice sometimes. And if that happens, you gotta put a certain game on the Nintendo platform. Even if it's an Xbox game, who knows? They might bring the cloud there. But I personally think they're overthinking it. Shout out to my homie Dirk Riggs. Let me pull his shot up for a second. He goes, these idiots are always overthinking it. I see Xbox freaking out over what Brad Smith said. He's talking about the Xbox guys. Sorry. I see Xbox guys freaking out over what Brad Smith said. You all really think all Xbox games going to that dog shit, piece of shit, no good kiddie machine, Nintendo Switch? No, player. I don't see that shit. Straight up. Now, let me get back to Jeff for a second, player. I do people do... let me. What's going on here? 1 second. There we go. Now Jeff Punkass, 7 a.m. in the morning. Imagine this shit. 1.4 million followers talks about replies with the price parity 2. Isn't that the salt? The salt here. I got your fucking salt here, you piece of shit. We'll definitely talk about it in a bit. Now, Call of Duty, I understand, like a lot of guys, you gotta understand, not all games and that, but if it's the older games, then it's different. You know what I mean? Let me stop sharing my screen for 1 second. I need to pull something because I think someone sent me a message. Have they sent me a message? Yeah, my boy Joy sent me this. 1 second. You gotta understand, like, sometimes words, I know you're trying to make a statement and that. That's what you gotta understand. But sometimes you gotta understand the reading between the lines as well. Let me pull this up because Joy's presenting me something. 1 second. Now, let me get this membership from Dirt Griggity for 9 months. I wish we could pull it up, man. They need to do an update. There will be concessions, but I think it will be mostly about Call of Duty. People forget that Xbox games are already on the Switch. Minecraft, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Will of the Wisp. I know that's a first party IP. That's on it as well. Now I think Joey wants me to read this. Ricky Brown, what's going on, G? Hope you well. The homie Post Up. Shout out to Post Up on that, man. He's doing such a good job talking about the ABK deal, keeping people up. Us and other podcasters, including ourselves like me and Dirt as well. Posters out there. Shout out to the homie from State of Gaming as well. He goes, so I can assume with today's announcement that Nintendo is officially for the merger. Question mark. 100% if they signed a contract with Nintendo, I'm sure Nintendo's happy with that shit. Also, we got a person who said he wrote contracts for a living, asking questions they should already know the answer to. Question. There we are. How can Microsoft... Now, that's funny. Now, this is the pony we're talking about. He's talking about a certain pony. And I got the receipt somewhere. He goes, how can Microsoft sign a deal with Nintendo and they don't own ABK yet? Answer. Let me zoom in for you guys so you can see it. Answer. Can you see this shit, guys? It's a contract that is 100% binding, provided that a condition is first met. The condition is the consummation of the transaction. Credit to this, whoever the person is, I forgot. You can put in, yeah, this guy here. So you gotta understand, guys, there's so much. Look, I'm not gonna pretend I understand all of this merger shit, all of this lawyer shit. I'm not gonna pretend I know everything, every single detail. But it's nice to see like some of these guys break it down for us as well, simplify it for us as well. That's why you have the Hogue laws and the other people breaking the the proper the major details. This dude here says you put in a precondition for the contract to enter into force into a binding manner. So this is what he's talking about. When you put it in before, guys, you put a contract in. That's binding. That's what you're committing to. This is what we'll do. If we allow this ABK deal to go through, what we got here, what we signed, that's going to be concrete for 10 years. That's what it's about. 4Q, what's going on, my G? Ozzy, what's going on, my G? What's good, man? I hope you're well. Mr. Teddy Keys, what's good? Therefore, all the obligations don't become binding unless the precondition occurs. In this case, the merger being closed. If the merger fails, 108, what's going on, G? If the merger fails, the contract doesn't come into force and no harm, no foul is done. Do you get that, play? Now, the people he's talking about, people were getting upset. And I'm sure I got it somewhere. I'll find it in a bit, guys. There is so much going on with this shit, and it's unbelievable. Shout out to the 124 people here as well. We'll be talking that shit, definitely. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. I'm just trying to find out the thing, guys. Where is that shit, man? There we are. I've got it. You know, we love receipts. We love receipts, guys. We're gonna expose these ponies every single time. Every single time we're gonna expose this pony. And check this shit out here. Check this shit out here. Oh shit. There we go. Look at this piece of shit! Everybody in the chat, emojis. He is a soft ass bitch. PYD, what's going on, G? A soft ass bitch. Let me get my pony tears because you guys can see this shit. I'm sure you guys can see this shit. My pony tears are here. Look, look, look. These are my pony tears. POS. Cry. I love it when these motherfuckers cry. I absolutely love it. Let me have my pony tears. Then we're gonna get into this shit. Dude, this is the contract before the big deal. And if it goes through, it'll be concrete. If it does not go through, rip that contract up and move the fuck along. Bay Area, what's going on, G? This dude named S-Class Gamer, more like a dog shit gamer. Ain't they going to the CMA tomorrow? That's in the UK where I'm from. Fuck the CMA. Everybody in the chat, you got them emojis? Members? Fuck the CMA. Laughing out loud, they brought this up last time to the regulars. Was ready to drop some news. They don't own Activision. It looks so desperate. Let me pull this up. There we go. It seems they won't bend to concessions. We all know after 10 years they're gonna pull a Starfield, drop the deal. No shit. No shit. 10 years, you saying 10 years is not enough to build up your fucking platform? 10 years, why would you give someone 100% a lifelong, forever contract? You don't do that shit. This is business. This is business. Are you stupid? Well, we know this guy's stupid. He can't even fucking count. These ponies are delusional. Absolutely delusional. They lost the plot. These dudes have lost the plot. And this is what Postub and these guys talking about. How can they put a contract in already? How can they do a binding contract before the deal can get done? Brad Smith, Charles and Brad Smith is the fucking G. He is the homie. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is the shit we're talking about. That's the shit. When people are talking about crime, people think, well, we just make shit up. People actually believe we make shit up. Now my brother Dirk Rick, he pulled something up and I gotta pull it up. I have to pull this shit up. This is the same piece of shit that said Xbox is dead. But is up here crying like a silly bitch. A hag ass bitch. A stinky ass bitch. A bitch ass bitch. Crying in them street corners talking about this deal. That's what Greg T basically said. That's what he said. Shout out to the big brother Max City for becoming a TTS member, man. Shout out to you, homie, man. Make sure you use them emojis, man. Everybody in the chat, use them emojis, bro. Use them emojis. Soft ass bitches. That's what I put in there. We don't play this shit. Talk that shit. Yo, how the fuck did Chris Hart come in here? Chris Hart, get your punk out. You must have subscribed to my channel, you piece of shit. Imported Fox, I'll have some sort of a pony alert for this Friday TTS as well. Primus Gaming, what's going on, G? What's going on? Ricky Brown, this is what I'm talking about, player. This is an Xbox podcast, and look at this shit. These dudes, I put subscriber mode on. I put a subscriber mode on. They gotta subscribe for the channel, then they can send a message. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Chargasm with the 2, he goes, look at that crib, what Sean has on that. Nah, bro, this is a green screen, bro. You can see it, it's a green screen, bro. I wish my house looked like this. Shit. Now let's continue with the pony tears. That piece of shit, King Trash, he's not the one. Franz Hodgin, what did I miss? You missed me talking that shit. You missed me and the chat talking that shit. But this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Ozzy, appreciate that, bro. But my channel is restricted, so I'm not sure if I can hit 2.5 because I got a restriction on my channel. But we'll see how it goes. We'll work with it. Paulie Baba, what's good, my G? Now the homie 108 Dragons talking that shit. Because these clowns don't know business. They're just fanboys with opinions, and you can tell they don't know shit. And they don't own shit. Because they ain't shit. Sean, I'm getting tired of your super not letting me send. I don't know. I'm not sure, bro. It's not letting you send super chats. It is what it is. If it's not working, it's not working. Oh, there it is. Shout out to Lemon and that. Shout out to Lemon and that. That's the homie. Guys, make sure you subscribe to 108 Dragons TV. Honestly, one of the real dudes. I'm telling you right now, one of the real dudes. And I like, listen, I don't talk shit. If I don't like the motherfucker, I say I don't like the motherfucker. You can ask Dirk Rickety behind the scenes as well. 108's one of them homies, bro. I like that dude. He's genuine. He's one of them dudes that will be happy for you as well. With the success. Like, if TTS is doing good, if WBG is doing good. 108's one of them dudes that, listen, I'm proud of you guys. I appreciate it, bro. Pixel Bit G, what's good? But let's continue the pony salt. 134, hit that like button. Yeah, that's a bit weird. That maybe, I'm not sure, 108. Maybe YouTube is bugging. But let's continue talking that shit, though. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely take a look at that PSVR 2 and that is good tech. But you know, when it comes to PlayStation shit 108, we gotta talk that shit, player. We gotta talk that shit. At least 108's out there buying the shit instead of these ponies. But now, who remembers this Demacia? Nicola. What is Nicola not a girl's name or some shit? Mr. Kimo, what's going on, player? What's going on? Now I'm gonna bring back the pony salts once again. The pony teas are here again. Do you see this shit again here? This is another PlayStation dude. Nicola, whatever the fuck you want to call it. How can you even sign a legal binding document over the shit that isn't even yours yet? And 108, what the fuck do these guys know about business? I'm not pretending I know about business, bro. But this is before the deal. This is the pre-deal and that. Nicola, listen, here's these tears. I'm drinking pony salt tears. Shout out to Rico. Rico's out there providing me with pony tears. Now these guys are down. You know why these guys are down for? Because these dudes were committed. They're 100% certain. When shit was going a bit left, they knew that, listen, oh shit, the ABK deal is not going to go through. They were celebrating this shit. Let me pull up these super chats. They were celebrating this shit. Now they're worried. Now they're concerned. How can this be a league? How can they even sign this when they don't even own Activision Blizzard yet? But like I said, they don't know what business is. You think Brad Smith is a fucking bitch? You think he's a punk kid or some shit on Twitter? That guy knows everything and that. That guy's a beast. Drone TJ with a 2 goes, hi bud. Yo, Drone TJ, what's going on, my G? I hope you've been well. Shout out to Drone TJ, and he's one of the homies as well. Max City with a 2. Ricky is a bot by day, pony by night. Oh shit, Ricky Brown? Are you gonna take that shit? Ricky Brown, listen, Ricky Brown, you best be a bot. Otherwise the homies will come after you, player. Only playing player. Raiden Blade with a 2. Just a ride. What did I miss, my UK brother? Pre-contract. That's what I'm talking about. Pre-contract. But these guys don't understand that shit. Fuck all. Yo, one of us going crazy talking about. Yo, one of us going wild. Woo! Crazy, bro. A pre-contract, and these dudes are here saying, how can they even sign a binding contract, a legal binding contract, when the shit isn't even theirs? This is what I'm talking about. These dudes, honestly, guys, these dudes are fucking delusional, straight up. They lost the fucking plot. Snipe them out now. Snipe them out. People in chat, any ponies come, you know what to do. Snipe them out. Now, I know, listen. I know we talked about this yesterday on WBG, the piece of shit of the week. I believe it was the Red Dragon. But as time has gone on, if you guys on Twitter right now, most of you guys here right now, when they were celebrating, when the deal went a bit left, when the CMA came out and go, listen, we're going to be blocking this deal, unless they come with concessions, unless they make a deal, unless they divest Call of Duty to a separate division. They were celebrating. Remember this, guys. They were actually celebrating. But now the team has gone over. Brad Smith, Phil Spencer, Bobby Kotick has gone over there as well. They come over to my side. I'm from the UK, Europe, and I was only like 1 hour away from me on the flight. They come from my side, over to my side. Mitchy Poo, what's going on, G? One Trick Pony, I hope you well. They come in my side and talking that shit. They know the shit is real now. It's coming to a point where this is it. This is the final run. In March, we will know 100% if the shit is going through or the shit's gonna fail. Simple as. Now, talking about a piece of shit, and there's too many pieces of shits. This is what Dirt were talking about yesterday. This dude, let me get my pony tears before I start reading this shit. Shout out to the 141, man. I know it's early for you guys, you know, around in the States. For me, it's not bad. It's evening, well, late afternoon. Shout out to you guys as well. Now, these dudes know the deal's going through, or the deal's getting closer and closer, and PlayStation is getting desperate. Because these dudes are PlayStation fans. Ponies. This guy wrote a fucking book. An essay, whatever you want to call it, an e-book, Audible, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yo, Max City, you know what I'm talking about. Fuck the flip-floppers. But let me read this shit out to you guys. So this he's written this. Government has a long history of talking tough and doing nothing that should be done. Microsoft has poured billions into lobbying efforts over the years and gets plenty of business from those who are supposed to be overseeing them. They have a very cozy relationship. And with that, I believe ultimately the Activision deal will go through, though probably with some concessions. It's a very short-term win for gamers. Xbox fans will likely have more games to rent. See, they still have to give that dig. Even though it's crying like a bitch, they still have to give that dig. Xbox fans will likely have more games to rent. This is what I'm talking about, guys, and it will only benefit them as games would come to Xbox, whether the deal passes or fails. The long term is bad for the industry. Will be more layoffs and less competition. Fewer players to enjoy Activision game, just as we've seen with Bethesda. Now, listen to me. Let me just highlight this shit here for 1 second. Let me highlight this shit here. When this dude here talks about this, and he's blaming Microsoft with this already. In the long term, listen, what is the number one game that Activision keeps pumping out? What is the number one game they keep pumping out, guys? It's fucking Call of Duty. You might get your Diablos and Overwatch 2, and maybe a Crash Bandicoot, but this dude's acting like Activision makes shitloads of games. Shitloads of games. They fucking make Call of Duty. Bro, they got 8 to 9 studios on Call of Duty sometimes. when you want to finish that shit. There's a reason why that game comes out every year. They got toys for Bob working on Call of Duty at one point. Talking about fewer players will enjoy Activision games just as we've seen with the Bethesda games. Really? And he's talking about the fewer players. Do you know who he's talking about? He's talking about the PlayStation dudes. That's who he's talking about, fewer players. Fuck them players. That's how I roll. After all of the studios at Microsoft, how many have delivered quality AAA games consistently? Maybe 2 if I'm generous, or be generous. And one's a car series that's on cruise control. This is a track record that you want to run with one of the gaming's biggest publishers and studios. Now this dude has the balls, has the nerves. Don't ask the Decoder. This dude has the nerves, talks about price will rise. The prices will rise. No shit, the prices will rise. Everything goes up as well. Games, subscription services. We've seen this business, if it's Xbox Live or PlayStation Plus, you name it. We've seen this shit before. But prices will rise. Microsoft is definitely playing lost leader and you're all gonna pay for it at the end. It's a shame Xbox didn't use billions to create new IPs and studios, but instead wants them to consolidate and shrink the competition. That's not winning. That's not moving the industry forward, as they lay off thousands in the process and look to bring AI into every aspect of their business. This deal is going to be bad for everyone in the end. But everyone seems to only care about what happens in the short term and how it means even fewer games they'll have to buy. This dude really wrote this shit. He actually wrote a book. This dude wrote... Listen, let me pull this shit off. 1 second. This dude wrote a fucking book. I didn't make that shit up. You know when someone's really hurt, when someone's trying to be strong in that, trying to be tough in front of people. This dude's out here wrote a fucking book crying about why would this be bad for us? But why would this be bad for us PlayStation gamers? That's what he wants to talk about. Why is this bad for gaming? Let me tell you something. I'm always branching. You know, I've got to put on the entertainment play. That was a dog shit tweet. But I want to talk about that dog shit tweet because he's a piece of shit as well. When someone's hurt, guys, listen to me. I know you guys don't go on Twitter. Listen, if Sony had the money, if the shoe was on the other motherfucking foot, and Sony had that billions, and Sony was trying to acquire Activision Blizzard, you think this punk ass Red Dragon would come out and say the same shit, write a fucking book, an essay on Twitter? No, he would never do that. 108 Dragon with a 2. Red Dragons loved The Last of Us Episode 3. Trust me. Talk that shit, player. I still need to watch number 4, 5, and 6. I've not watched them yet. You gotta understand, guys. If Sony was buying Activision, if Sony was buying ZeniMax, you know for a fact these guys won't say shit. Clone, yeah, I moved into Dirt's crib now. I told him to get the fuck out of here. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Who would write some shit like that? Who would write some shit like that? Let me see this. I want to show you something else as well. What's this shit here? I can't find it. But listen, this is what I'm talking about. When we talk about these ponies, keep trying to talk that shit. Keep trying to talk that shit. They know Sony can't do it on this level. They know Sony's on a different level, and that is the dog shit level compared to Microsoft. I remember every one of them conversations, guys. I remember every one of them conversations, every one of them podcasts, every one of them motherfucking tweets. Why does not Microsoft compete? Why can't Microsoft make games or buy games or make deals that Sony does with second and third party games? Why can't a $1 trillion company, why does a $1 trillion company get his ass whooped week in, week out, versus a $1 billion company. Every one of them Twitters, every one of them podcasts I was on Twitter, what I see on Twitter streets. What's happened now? Microsoft is using their power, using their money. But as soon as they start using the money, start using their power, start buying shit up as they should, be the behemoth, be the monster that you are. You're a $1 trillion company. Don't let a $1 billion company bully you around. That bully right now is getting his ass whooped. That bully was that bullying someone is getting his ass whooped right now. And they don't like it. That's what's happening right now. That is what's happening right now. Now let's continue. And then we can talk about the Redfall shit. Let's continue. Where's this shit? Shout out to you homies in the chat. Now, we know Sony... Let me just pull this up 1 second. Now, this dude here, Lewis Frog, what's going on, G? Kedu Naguri... I'm sorry if I said the name wrong, man. Def the Kid, what's going on? Vicious Price, what's good? Hit that like button, guys. Let's get them likes up at that 145. This continues. Ballistic Moon. I got no idea who the fuck these guys are. Who are they? No idea. But it's cool to see him by these studios because this is the level they're on. This is the level they're on. Enzo, what's going on, my G? Hope you well. This is the level these guys are on. PlayStation studio count jumping to 27 studios. The studio was formed in 2020, made up by mainly ex-Supermassive Games developers. Now, listen, this is what the ponies are like right now. You've heard that excuse, organic. Now look at this dude here named Marius Mercier or some shit, whatever the fuck his name is. He goes, that's the difference with Microsoft. Sony buys small developers and help them grow into PlayStation family. Microsoft buys big companies like Activision to cut off the competition. Bitch! Put the emojis in, guys. Soft ass bitch. This is competition. Aren't you the leading market? Do you love talking about sales? PlayStation is the number one console out there. PlayStation games sell. Now these dudes, let me stop sharing this. Let me go back to the main screen because I can see something. Now these dudes, how hard is it? How difficult is it to build a studio from the ground up and to make a AAA game or a AA game? It takes years. So why the fuck would you waste your time when this is a rat race? When you got giants like Tencent coming in, Amazon coming in, Saudi Arabia coming in, investing into Nintendo and many more. Embrace, I don't know if it's Embrace Group, I can't remember now. Investing billions into gaming. And you want to start fresh? You want to start from the beginning with a small Tinky Winky studio? Who the fuck is it? Let me go back to this 1 second. Sorry. Oh, I fucked it up. Or not. Who the fuck is Ballistic Studio? Shout out to Kedu Nagara for becoming a TTS member. Shout out to you, homie, man. I appreciate it, bro. Really appreciate it. Use your emoji as well. Use your emoji. Let me drink my shit. Listen. Now, someone brings a good point in there as well. I'll put it up in a second. We got Mr. Eldrick, member for 4 months. Microsoft buys big because Microsoft has the money. It has the bank. Sony has pennies in comparison. Talk that shit, player. Facts. Now let me pull this up. Hold on. Let me pull this up here from this dude here. Bellatone. Everybody, look at your screen right now. Shout out to Bellatone as well. And shout out to every one of you guys in here talking that shit. Making sense. A small studio like Bungie. Is Bungie a small studio? Talk that shit, player. Talk that shit. Now, Ballistic Moon. listen, I don't like to diss any, like, the smaller studio. This is nice. It's cool to get PlayStation's gonna acquire them. They'll be under PlayStation banner, and they'll have more support. That's respect to the developers. No dissing on that. But these dudes, when you got giants coming in, you can't be playing that shit. You can't be getting ballistic moon, fire sprite, deviation games, and these punk ass bitches. You gotta go for the top tier shit. You gotta go for something that is established, something's got IPs making money left, right, and center. Call of Duty, Warzone 2, Candy Crush, Diablo as well in the future as well, the new one coming out. Overwatch, Fallout series, Elder Scrolls 6, Skyrim. This is what you gotta do. You gotta compete. You don't start from the beginning when you got giants coming in, investing left, right, and center. And if you invest into small studios, first of all, you invest into a small studios. You don't have an IP. What IP do you have? And this is no diss and that. I've been watching the Double Fine documentary, guys. It's good so far. Some episodes here and there is okay. But Double Fine, a fucking great game. A great game. Double Fine. Psychonauts 2, bro. Hands up, guys. Psychonauts 2 is a fucking fantastic game. But let's be real. That game ain't gonna make money like Call of Duty. That game is not gonna make money like Starfield. That game is not gonna make money like Fallout. Do you get what I'm trying to say? No disrespect on that. Listen, this is the difference. These are small studios. They are where they are. But when you want to make that money week in, week out, recurring money, what do you have to do? Candy Crush, you guys, whoop, kids talking about it. This is what I'm talking about. You gotta understand. You gotta get established IPs and studios that work like a car engine, working perfect in sync. When these other dudes are coming in and taking over the business, you can't allow that to happen. Now, Dirk Griggity with the 10. Shout out to my brother, my WBG brother, and the co-host of TTS as well with me with the 10. The initiative is a perfect example of how difficult it is to start a new studio from scratch. Imagine if all of Xbox game studios were brand new. We would be here having no fucking games. I hate these ponies. I hate you. Talk that shit there. I'm gonna leave down for a second. I will leave down for a second. Because you ain't lying, player. You're not lying about that. Let me move this here. Let me pull up what my homie WBG saying. Sean, you have the price of Saudi, the prince of Saudi Arabia investing into Nintendo and not spending billion creating new studio. That's what you call being smart. Facts, bro. If the prince of Saudi wanted to invest into, let's for example, Google Stadia. You didn't listen. Prince Akeem. We'll call him Prince Akeem from Saudi Arabia. Your Prince Akeem. Google Stadia's got jack shit. No IPs. Nothing established. Doesn't even have a console. It's brand new. Prince Akeem. This is not a smart move for you, Prince Akeem. No shit, you invest into Nintendo. Nintendo's been in the game for as old as me. You invest into PlayStation, that's 25 plus years. You invest into Xbox, that's 20 plus years. You don't invest into fucking Google Stadia that has jack shit, can't prove shit, doesn't have a console, that hasn't made a dent. That bitch is gone. You remember that, the Stadia eulogy? That shit is gone. Talk that shit, Joey. This is the dumb shit. This is the dumb shit I'm talking. You ponies, look at you. You're delusional. Listen, I need to get Raz from Psychonauts and make sure he goes into your brain and fix some screws or some shit in there. We need to get Raz from Psychonauts to sort you out. I'll call up on that. Don't worry about it, player. Shit. 108, you know who Stadia is. Laugh out loud. Talk that shit. General Spartan 1. General Spartan 27. What's good? Kendrick Star. What's good, my G? Have I missed anyone? Mitchy Poo as well. What's good, man? Tyrese, what is up? Raz is coming to sort your ponies out. Straight up. You invest into a well-working, full-force studio or company, business, whatever you want to call it, that's up and running. The homie Pong Soul, he's a smart dude. Shout out to Pong Soul and that. He's on many podcasts, Live and Split Screen, PM and the PM as well. Xbox Ultimate Podcast and all that shit as well. Shout out to Pong Soul. He goes, you see how desperate Sony is to kill this deal. Why? Because they are dependent on third-party titles, such as Call of Duty. Pong Soul. Microsoft and Xbox with Game Pass cannot be dependent, so they are making big acquisitions to insulate themselves. Or isolate themselves. Insulate themselves, yeah. Insulate, yeah, sorry. This is what we're talking about. Why the fuck would you go? Why would you go buy Ballistic Studios, Fire Sprite? They're gonna do shit to your bottom line. They could be dope studios, make great games. But as a business, if you want to compete against the giants, you want to stay number 1, number 2, number 3, what do? You don't go invest into these tinky-winky studios, and that's no disrespect, guys. As a business person, you see where the money is. You look at this company right there. Yo, that company's on fire. That game sells every year, left, right, center. It takes over the gaming industry. They have the IPs. They have the manpower. They have multiple studios working together. They have the in-house engines. It works like clockwork. And that's the whole point of this. Investing heavily. And when this deal gets done, and they obviously did a pre-binding contract with Nintendo, we'll find out more information later today, I believe. And we'll find out what's going on with that as well. But within the next couple of weeks, guys, we will 100% know if they accepted the concessions, if they're happy what Microsoft has presented to the CMA, FTC, and the European Commission. Then we'll be talking that shit. PYD, come on, play. There's no need for that. Talk that shit. Now, before I go to the next thing, I got one more thing, then we'll talk about this Redfall shit. Where's this shit, man? Now, I want to show you this, yeah. Before I'll transition into the next topic. You're Dirt. Are you in the chat, Dirt? Are you in the chat, Dirt? You're Dirt, this is for you, play. Are you in the chat? Look at this shit. Look at this shit here. What's going on here? Look at this shit. You see this shit? Look at Reggie. Reggie's getting fucked up. Look at this shit. Let me put it full screen. That's the biggest it goes. See this shit? Reggie and these ponies are wilding. No wonder Reggie's broken. Look at that shit. Reggie, what the fuck are you doing, Reggie? This is the shit I'm talking about, player. Let's see, player. Let's see. What the fuck are these guys doing? Emotional damage. This is the shit I'm talking about. Mr. Eldrick, shout out to you, player. Mr. Eldrick found that shit. Look at the stupid shit these PlayStation dudes be doing. Look at this shit. What the fuck are we doing here? Let me stop this shit. Absolutely mental. These dudes are mental. Absolutely fucking mental. Ballistic. That's all I gotta say. What the fuck is going on, man? What is going on? That's the shit I'm talking about. Anyway, let's transition to the Redfall shit. 55, I don't even have my pen on me, but 55 minutes. Remember that, guys. This is what these ponies are doing. This is what they're doing. Yeah, PYD, that it might be. No wonder Reggie is broken on WBG podcast right now. He's been beaten to death by the ponies. Been getting his ass whooped by the ponies. He's hurt. I'm talking about stupid ponies. Redfall, guys. Redfall. You know the story. I don't even need to go into the details, but I'm going to pull the receipts up. David, ponies are delusional. Facts. Yeah, Avist. Ponies got him. The ponies got him in that. Now let's talk about Redfall, guys, because you know what went down with Redfall. Some of the stupidest shit ever went down with Redfall. Let me see if that works here. That works here. Now, you know, guys, Redfall came out. There was this Coogan gonna add you as a friend? Shout out to you, homie. I'll check you out on the Xbox later. Let me go back to my main screen because I believe I got a super chat. 1 second. Shout out to Mr. Eldrick with the £5 and that, my UK brother. Shout out to you, homie. And the Angry Therapist MD with the 5. Microsoft better get back at Sony for this bullshit they pulled. Talk that shit. Facts. They bet. Listen, I want Microsoft to come. This is how I want Microsoft to do it. Straight up. Listen. Before I move to this shit, where's this shit, man? Where's this shit? Where is this shit? I can't find it. Unbelievable. Where the fuck is this shit? This is how I want Microsoft to pull up on that. But I can't even find that shit. Unbelievable. I've deleted it. Shit. I must have deleted it. But honestly, after this deal, even ABK, even Lulu Chang as well. Chan. She's talking that shit as well. She's pissed off, bro. Do you see how much she be talking that shit? I must have deleted it. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. What's going on, Eternal? Should I? You go Sasha Boran and that. Oh shit. I'm tired of my eye bags, bro. I've only had 1 hour sleep, 1.5 hours sleep since last night, WBG. Anyway, let's get back to Redfall. We know what went down with Redfall. A mistake happened. Everybody ran with it. Everybody ran with it that, listen, when you buy the physical media, you don't get a physical disc. Everybody jumped the gun. Made videos left, right, and center. Tweeted about it. Look at this shit. Red Dragon once again. This guy never stops. Never stops crying when it comes to Xbox. And I said this dude will go out of his way to find Xbox negative news and just post it. And pretends like he's not doing anything. He knows exactly what he's doing. But he pretends he's not doing jack shit. And like he just pretends to put it, but when it comes to PlayStation stuff, negative news, doesn't say shit. Shout out to the homie Eternal Shaddai for becoming a member, bro. Shout out to you, homie, man. Shout out to you. Respect to you. Use your emojis, guys. Use your emojis. When Redfall came out, people thought there's no physical media. This is what the ran with play. Carbon-friendly Xbox is gonna let you buy a $70 empty plastic box. Microsoft, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And it doesn't stop there. It continues with these dickheads as well. Oh shit. Let me zoom out of this shit. And he talks about, look, you all remember when people were pissed about God of War's collector's edition didn't come with a physical copy of the game? I wonder how folks feel about paying $70 for an empty box. You think you can keep that same energy? Bitch! It's coming with a physical disc. Are you going to keep that same energy? Where's that tweet saying, listen, my bad, my mistake? Are you going to keep the same energy, punk? And you got this, let me see this shit here. Look at this shit here. But Game Pass got in my PC. Punk ass. Will they keep the same energy? Will you keep the same energy? Listen, my mistake, right, it comes with the physical media. Punk. Who's this dick here? Let me have some pony tears. Let me have some pony tears before I continue. Members, use your emojis, man. Use your emojis and that. Honestly, whenever I look at this shit, whenever I see shit on Twitter, shout out to my detective out there sending me the tweets as well. It's incredible. When I see this shit, I'm like, really, bro? Instant? Do some research. Our boy Joey went out there 5 minutes, boom, it was debunked. But all of a sudden, within the space of half an hour, tweets, videos were made. This dude here goes, this is sickening to say the least. Redfall Xbox physical version doesn't have a disc. It has a fucking code only. What's the point of a physical version without the disc? Xbox, this is extremely anti-consumer and anti-game preservation. This is the shit I'm talking about, guys. Where are we now? Top-notch box with a 2. Ponies pretend they don't have Game Pass. Bro, ponies pretend... Listen, before I move on, continue with this Redfall hate, fake concerning bullshit. These ponies, no cap, they actually think they're the richest motherfuckers on the planet. I absolutely think they're the richest bitches on the planet. I like to buy my games. Why would I rent my games? I like to support the developers and that. Game Pass does not support the developers. They're not getting paid. These are the dudes. When it comes to console space only gaming, these are the dudes. I've never seen a bunch of dumb, smelly bitches capping like that, willing to pay more, for a game where you can get it cheaper elsewhere. Never ever seen a fan base like that. I'll be honest with you in that. They're willing to spend more. They want to spend more. If PlayStation games were $80, yo, listen, I think Jim Ryan wanted $80 games. I'm telling you right now, he would have gotten away with that shit. I'm telling you right now. Let me just put the emojis in. No cap. He would have gotten away with that shit. I actually believe that. You're there. I'm gonna pull up in a second there, isn't it? Kadu with the 2-man. Shout out to you, homie. With the 2. Oh, she's from the UK, player. I just realized what's going on, player. Jeff Keighley today showed he's a Sony pony, straight up. And Kadu, you know what I mean? Like, you can see that shit. This guy's got 1 million followers. At least try to be professional or some shit, but nope. This dude, Jeff just... Let me see what my homie Doug Rigby sent me. 1 second. Is that confirmed? Not bad. Was it this week? I'm on a late, so I don't think I'll be... I don't know if I won't be around for that, probably. But anyway, we'll talk about that later, player. We'll continue with this shit, yeah. It doesn't stop here. This dude here now. I don't know who the hell this guy is, but let's just run with it. Let's say he's a pony as well. If there's no great outcry about this, I can't imagine there being the standard sooner rather than later. Or this guy's just talking about the standard, that's it. So it is what it is. It looks like Redfall physical version includes a download digital code instead of a disc. Jeff Keighley's always been a pony, but as time has been going on, this guy's been exposing himself 100%, guys. 100%, guys. Now look at this shit here. Yeah, there. I'll pull up in a second, player. Eternal Shaddai goes, yo, Sean, have you seen how many people Brad took with him to the hearing against Sony? 18 people, including he took a fucking football team. That's what he took. Failed Bobby while Sony only sent Jim Ryan's punk ass. Microsoft sent to the Armada while Sony's rowing canoes. Talk that shit, player. They're not playing, bro. They wanted to play nice. But these dudes are trying to block a $70 billion deal, talking that shit, how much it's going to hurt us. Brad Smith and his team ain't playing. They coming in there with Benz, bro. Rolling up in rollies. They ain't playing. They're going to make sure this deal gets fucking done. Straight up on that. Make the case and that's it. Pack the bags and let's go home in style. Now this dude here talking about when it comes to Redfall not having a physical disc. Phil Ness. This is the Game Pass effect. This is the Phil Ness effect. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Man, it's unfucking believable. This is what I'm talking about. PlayStation is they're shook. I'm sure fan bases are shook as well, bro. I'm sure a lot of these guys are shook, man. This is what I'm talking about. All of these dudes are shook, bro. I'm telling you right now. What's going on, Jade? I hope you well play. You know, straight away, bro. I don't see many Xbox guys do this. Well, the people who I fuck with you guys. Having you guys in the chat, I don't see a lot of you guys all of a sudden, boom, let's jump the gun. These guys jumped the gun within 5 minutes. And it was crazy. Once again, look at this shit. Phil Spencer game preservation lies. Continues our physical copies of Redfall, includes digital code. This is the shit I'm talking about. I'm looking in the chat, sorry about that, guys. And here, Foxy Game, this guy was a disgrace. This guy's a disgrace. Pretends to be an insider. That's it. This is the nail in the coffin. What coffin? Bitch. At least the Xbox will fit in a coffin. That big bitch PlayStation 5 will not fit in a coffin. Fat bitch. Just when I try to love Xbox, it makes me hate it. Again. You see this shit? This dude's saying, just when I try to love Xbox, it makes me hate it again. Bitch! Where's that tweet to say, my bad, my bad? Where is that shit? No. Fake ass concerning bitches. Let me put this shit in here. Let me put my emoji in here. Soft bitch ass bitches. That's what I'm gonna say. I think 108 dropped the super chat. Let me pull it up, play. 1 second. 108 with the 5. Shout out to you, my brother, man. When you buy a collector's edition, the God of War, The Last of Us, Horizon, you get a digital code. And those games are not online. Facts. Shit. Shit. You know, guys, do you know who Foxy Games is? Let me just test your knowledge in the chat. You guys know who Foxy Games is? He used to be on PlayStation Podcast. Pretends to be an insider. Some of the shit he used to say is incredible. Incredible. If you guys remember this guy. Absolutely crazy shit he used to say. Chia Walker is super pony. Now, Chia Walker, do you believe him when he says, when I try to love Xbox, it makes me hate it again? You think it's full of shit or is it being genuine? You think this punk bitch is being genuine? Really? Really? Foxy is a moron. I know that much. Listen. I don't hate these guys and stuff like that, but I hate these ponies. Like they like to say. Joey goes, Foxy Game is the biggest lie in gaming history. The guy who said if Sony's gonna purchase Rockstar. Facts. Let me pull this up for a second. Just another crap game. Listen, bro, I think he's worse than crap gamer, this guy. I'm out clap for Jam. I'm gonna talk about that player. He's worse than crap gamer, this guy is. Straight up. I'm telling you right now, this guy is worse than crap gamer. Mr. Eldrick with the 5, man. The tool Foxy only loves PlayStation. Never loved anything else in his sad little life. What a pleb. What a pleb. Now ask Chia Walker a question. Chia Walker's been around for a minute. When he watches his other podcasts, he gets pissed off, Chia Walker, when he sees a pony. When he sees a pony on a podcast, a supposedly Xbox podcast. Chia Walker goes, believing him is like catching your girl naked in bed with some dude, and she's talking about he is here to fix the TV. Talk that shit, Chia Walker. I'm gonna leave that up for a second whilst I have some pony tears. Talk that shit. Deploy, send that shit. Pony alert. I don't have a pony alert, Rinku. Well, who's it? Who's that? Who's talking that shit? Which pony came in? The pony came in? I don't know, bro. Now let's continue this shit. Last one. Once again, this dude here, man. Unbelievable. It's the same guys. Have you noticed that, guys? It's the same guys. PlayStation's having a third-party state of play this week. Snipers, where's my snipers? Well, which pony's in the chat? Which is the pony? Snipe him out if you have to. It is what it is. Was he a pony? Are you sure? Is it Ring? No, 1 second. Let me know who the pony is as well. But I hope you're watching this. If you're a pony in the chat, I hope you're watching this shit. I hope you're looking at the screen, looking at your peers. How desperate they are. How destroyed they are. Disheartened they are. Aussie go Rinku Cups for... How the fuck do you remember? POS. Snipe him. If you want to snipe him. You got my permission. If you want to snipe him. You got my permission. I only fuck with the real dudes. The people that support me legit. Just, vice versa. Who comes and makes this show entertaining. If it's justified, snipe him. Whoever wants to snipe him right now. It is what it is. I'll give you a chance. I'll let you do it. Now back to Nicola. Between this and the listing 360 games, the whole game preservation propaganda reveals itself to be indeed nothing but bait for goodwill. Again. Same dickheads. Same assholes. Same delusional fanboys. Same idiots. Same pieces of shits. G Mark Louise with a 2. Shout out to you, homie. It's fear, that's all. This is a different Xbox. Fear. Oh shit. I think it's time to do that shit. Where is it? He's talking about fear. You're there. He's talking about fear. Where the fuck is that? Fear is a tool. When that light hits the sky, all I see is darkness. Talk that shit, fear, player. We're talking about fear. Raiden Blade with the £2. Do you now understand what my stance on the VGA? Do you understand my stance on the VGA show? It's a pony show. Yeah, I understand that shit, but I like to see the games there. Do you know what I mean? He puts on a show for us, but fuck him as well at the same time. But I love it when you can see through their bullshit. This is what I love. I absolutely love it. When people are trying to be genuine, trying to be concerned. Yo, this is bad, this. The preservation. Games are going to be online always. What's going to happen in the next 10, 20 years' time? Come on, dudes. Really? You dudes are... You PlayStation dudes. And you care about Xbox like that? Come on, bro. Where's your back combat? Fear is a tool. Raiden Blade with a 2. Jeff Keighley is King Unicorn. Unicorny. Why would he ever support Xbox? Facts, bro. Facts. They were crying about Xbox buying ABK. Now they're saying when Xbox keeps parity with all of them platforms, they take it as a win. Yeah, they're a strange bunch of pieces of shit. Straight up. Very strange people. And then you got that Jazz bull. Have you seen that Jazz as well shit? Bro. These ponies are out here. Taliban's, what's going on, G? These ponies are out here. Photoshopping Jazz again. Photoshopping his tweets. Talking about Atomic Heart and other shit. Yo, but shout out to you guys, man. 120 people here, man. Shout out to you guys, man. It's been a fun show. Hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Let me just check if there's anything else before I go. Well, I'll pull this up because people want to talk about this. Now look at this shit here. I need to find out what time I'm working. I don't remember. That dog shit state of play. It's been when's the last time they had a big show? Forever. If Sony and Jim Ryan wasn't wasting their time sucking off CMA, instead of sucking off CMA, prepare for the big show for their fans. What are we doing here? Look at this shit. State of play announced for Thursday and that this week and that. Let me zoom in again. Let me zoom into the shit. One second. Let me zoom into the shit. Let me highlight this shit. Raiden Blade. Let's try playing Destiny 2 or Hogwarts offline, DRM. Talk that shit, play. Guys, I've highlighted it. Look at this shit. New look at the not most anticipated games from third-party partners. Where the fuck is your first-party games? You love talking about first-party games. Then Suicide Squad as well. That's not even your game as well. That's marketing right. And guys, listen. Suicide Squad will probably run better on the PlayStation 5. Why? Because they paid for that marketing and the power. Trust me on that. And PSVR 2 games from the partners. 5 new PSVR 2 games. This is the third party show. Bitches only got one game this year, first party. Spider-Man, that silly bitch. Jumping around and shooting webs at his ass and whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm talking about. Where's the big show? Where is the first party games? If I'm available, we'll watch it. If not, we'll have to do it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out on that. But where is this shit? No first party this year, besides one maybe. We're closing into March now. Closing into Q1. No first party games, guys. Look at this shit. How does it feel? Guys, talk that shit. When they were talking that shit last year, saying that we don't have no first party AAA games, but obviously we had like Grounded, but they're talking about AAA games. We'll say the same shit talking about games this year. If they only have one, bro, we're going to be talking that shit all day, every day. We make sure of that. Eternal should I remember for 2 months. Remember Hogwarts is the best selling game on PlayStation. Talk that shit. Eternal should I. Facts. Anthony, what's going on, player? Facts. State of play, bro. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? That's the shit. That's the best you got? Is that the best you got? Really? Wow. That's all they got, guys. Honestly, that's all they got. That's crazy, that play. Yo, I love it. Absolutely love it, man. This shit's hilarious, bro. But what a great show. 1 hour, 20 minutes, guys. I hope I put on a good show for you guys. I appreciate every one of you guys for dropping by as well. Jeremy Brown asked the guys in the chat because they watch it. But Great show, man. Listen, shout out to you guys as well. Stay a player. I think I'm working late, man, so it won't be. TTS this Friday, guys. TTS this Friday. Josh won't appreciate it, bro. TTS this Friday, guys, will be 4:30 Eastern, 4:30 and 9:30 in the UK. I'm working a bit later, so it'll be 9:30 most likely, and 4:30 Eastern. This Friday, me and my homie Dirk Griggity will be talking that shit. I'm sure more information will come out, and we'll double down on it. What's happened this week as well. Kedu, shout out to you, homie, in that. Kedu, where you from, bro? In the UK? Kedu Nagara. Ozzy, Paul Grant, Josh Moore, Only on Xbox, Jeremy Brown, Mr. Teddy Keys, Zinc. Shout out to you, homies, bro, in the chat, man. What a great show, man. Dirk Griggity, Phantom, Kraken, Ozzy, Avist as well. Jean Mark Louise. I hope you enjoyed the show, guys, man. Another TTMS special done. I love it, bro. Eternal Shaddai as well. Pong Soul. Pong Soul, I'm glad you're still here, bro. I hope you enjoyed the entertainment. I know you love talking that shit. I know your style of talking that shit is different towards mine. I hope you enjoyed the show, and you keep doing what you're doing, bro. You fucking well versed and got some good knowledge, man. West London, West Side. It's from West London play. Yo, make sure you think about TTS this week. No excuse. It'll be about 10:30 or some shit at night for us. Make sure you ring up on TTS and talk that shit, play. Imported Fox. Sorry, I'm truthful. Phantom Kraken, hit that like button. Dirk Griggity. Primus Gaming. He said, peace, Fred. Oh, come on, play. There's no need for that shit. Hit that like button. And these ponies are, like I said to these nasty ass ponies. Ponies are
big, fat, nasty, greasy, fat, stank, bloated, cheesy, backed, 12 sandwich eating bastard.
And Jim Ryan is
the whole Babylon.
On PlayStation, what did they do today with the CMA? What happened?
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Straight up, the more you're gonna find out. Keep talking that shit. Hit that like button. Listen, we're gonna close out with Tupac. Fuck it. We're going all out. West Side. Till we die. Xbox for live. Woo!
Ain't nothing but against the party.
Ah shit. You motherfuckers know what time is it? Hit that motherfucking like button. And you motherfucking ponies, hit that dislike button and get the fuck out of here, you soft motherfuckers. And ponies, Jim Ryan lied to you and pimped your bitch ass till the end of the West Side. You motherfucking ponies know what to do. Walk down that street corner, twerk your motherfucking ass, then put your bitch ass hands out and sell your bitch ass for those $70 games, you soft motherfuckers.